Hello everyone, I'm Metis Balaska and welcome to the stream. So if I sound a little odd, I'm currently wearing a mask. I'm not sick or anything. I'm just trying to, see if I can use it to help control my volume because I tend to get a little loud. So I'm seeing if wearing a mask helps with that. So, last time on Persona 4 Arena, we did a lot in the P3 story, and it looks like we are about to finish it. We're at least at the climax. So we'll probably finish it today, and if we have time, we'll do episode Adachi. But we'll see about that. What is going on with my tracking right now? Tracking's just non-existent for some reason. So let's get to the game. So yeah, we just finished this over here, which stopped at the Black Flood, and now we are going back to Labraz's story with the world of me. The five of us who have been entrusted with pursuing Shogun are proceeding towards the top of the tower. How many floors have we climbed already? Distorted hallways and classrooms appear at every turn, and there is no sign of reaching the end.
The quakes are growing more and more frequent. I guess this means the time is running out?
You know, that Minazuki guy talked about making his world, but how is he going to do that?
If we presume he's following in Akutsuki's footsteps, then he's going to gather shadows, merge them, and summon some great power. You mean that thing Minazuki-kun was talking about?
What do you think, Junpei? I mean, you've been surprisingly quiet. Are you not feeling well?
Huh? Nah, I'm fine. Coaches are well trained, you know. I guess it's just that I'm feeling all tense. All this end-of-the-world stuff isn't anything to joke about. I've got people waiting for me. Like the kids have a game coming up next week, so there's no way I can lose here.
Stupei's being serious for once. Looks like he's grown up a bit. I guess I should learn from his example.
I forgot she called him that.
Junpei has leveled up. You don't want the world to end either, do you, Labby-chan? You just woke up after all.
Yeah. I don't want to lose this world after I've met everyone. I gotta do my best.
There it goes again. Wait, didn't we see this classroom earlier? I feel like the fog's getting thicker too.
Won't be good if this keeps up. Since we can't get in communication with Fuka-san, we don't even know what's around us.
No matter how far we go, the maze of the fake Yamagashi High just keeps going and going. Outside, there's nothing but fog, and as far as the eye can see. We're starting to get flustered because we can't tell how high we've gone.
Come on, keep your cool. Getting all aggravated won't do us any good.
You're so positive as always, Junpei-san.
You think so? I think you've changed, though. You've gotten taller, too.
Huh?
Why do you sound so relieved?
I'd been wondering if I hadn't changed at all. I made a promise to Mitsuru-san that I'd live life like a child.
What's that supposed to mean?
Is that hard to do or something? It's difficult. I don't know what it's like to be a child, so I wasn't sure if I should keep doing what I've been doing.
Huh. I guess being an adolescent boy is difficult.
You should just live your life the way you are. I mean, you are a kid.
That's right. You can't trust Mitsuru Senpai's idea of childhood. Can you even imagine what she was like when she was a kid?
We all get something of an idea when P4AU releases.
Whoa, you're right. I can't. It's impossible for common people like us. Speaking of children, that show dude is the perfect example of a spoiled brat. One moment he's joking around, and the next he's incredibly pissed off.
Yeah. What would someone have to go through in order to make them seriously consider destroying the world? What happened to him?
When the topic shifted to Shokun, Koromaru-san passes us by and stops before one of the doors.
What's up, Koromaru-san? Is there something bothering you about this classroom?
When I approach the door that Koromaru-san is barking at, I see stairs leading up inside the classroom. I'm sure that I wasn't the only one who was hoping this was the place. Junpei-san quickly opens the door and we step inside. Aside from the staircase, the room seems like a normal everyday classroom. Desks are lined up in rows, and the blackboard dominates the front wall. I can't help but be reminded of my own yearning to go to school and live as a human. Even at a time like this, I smirk a bit at myself, and just as I'm about to follow everyone to the stairway...
Looks like you've made it all the way here. Now what to do?
You're General Teddie! We finally found you.
General Teddie, the mastermind of this tournament. With his cape and fearless grin, General Teddie is completely different from the real Teddie. Completely different from the real Teddie we encountered earlier, and even through the screen, he has an ominous air about him. I check him with my sensors just in case, and sure enough, he's a shadow. No, this isn't a normal shadow reading. What in the world is this?
This is getting out of hand. So I, General Teddie, will face you myself. Now bring on the ring.
When General Teddie lifts his little hand up, the familiar red pillar is appearing in the four corners of the classroom. The tension running through the area pushes the concerns from my mind. There's no time to think about that. I have to prepare to fight.
Now it's time to have some fun. Those who hinder the creation of my world shall all perish here.
Whoa, someone's got a big mouth. My world? This has been our world from the start. We're not just gonna let you destroy it that easily.
Destroy? I will not destroy it. This will be a new beginning. The beginning of a world of my own, where only I will live.
Only you? What about Sho?
This doesn't concern you. The vessel will soon be complete. Nothing you can do at this point serves any purpose.
We won't know that unless we try. Koromaru!
Like hell we're gonna let you start anything like that.
Let's take this guy down and move on.
Well, I gotta. I mean, it's against General Teddie.
Final.
Ooh, and that's the full red. It's gonna hurt. My main bitch.
I'm glad I could help.
limit of this temporary body. I've bought enough time.
Huh? You're not gonna melt now?
As Junpei-san noticed, the fake inks we defeated up to now have lost their shape quickly after being defeated, melting into a black ooze before disappearing completely. But this General Teddie is just as confident as he was before the battle, and has the same smile.
I knew it. You're different from the other fakes. Who are you?
Who am I? I'm General Teddie. Who else? Well then, bye-bye, you pesky vermin!
Hey! Get back here!
General Teddie swirls his cape around him and with a laugh and disappears, vanishing into thin air without a trace.
Hey, Yucatan. He said something about a vessel being completed. Wasn't that kind of suspicious?
Yeah, it must mean that we don't have any time left, and when we defeated that General Teddie, he didn't disintegrate like the other fakes.
There must be more to this case.
Ken-kun is right. General Teddie is different from the fake inks that we've been running into up until now. Plus, those words he said before fighting. Minazuki-kun said he'd make his world, and Cho-kun talked about my world. And yet, General Teddie said... The quaking starts again. The blackboard and the podium rattle loudly, and some of the decorations on the wall fall down. The building shakes strongly for a long time, as if asserting that the time is drawing near.
Can you all hear me? You're very close. I'm getting a strong reading just up those stairs.
When we hear Fukasan and staticky communique, we feel a sense of tension fill us. We steel ourselves and make our way up the stairs in the classroom. At the end of this long, straight set of stairs, we find a door. When we open that heavy, cold door, we see... The hazy moon immediately grabs our attention. It seems much closer than when we had seen it while wandering the town. And there we are and there are countless crosses. They're the same as the ones that Mitsuru-san and the others had been bound to. These crosses are scattered around to the avoid area we find ourselves in.
Ray, is this place?
Is this the moon viewing tower from Gekkokan High?
It really feels like we're outside, with a strong wind blowing towards us. This must be the landing jutting from the side of the tower. I see a number of oddly shaped objects around. From one of those places, I see a black shape flying towards us. When it lands, I see Sho Minazuki.
That's right. It's where you killed Ikutsuki. This time, it'll be the place where you all die. See, I've already written what's going on your tombstones. It's some real poetical literature. Just kidding.
Shokun, please stop this! Even if you do it, it'll change nothing! Is this all because you hate us? Because we stopped Ikutsuki?
You really don't ever shut up, do you? I already told you that I don't give a shit about some dead guy. I'm doing this because it's fun. Watching you all freak out is hilarious. You're nothing but goddamn pests that can't do anything on your own. So I can't stand you buzzing around. That's when he spoke to me and said, you should just destroy the world. Isn't that the greatest suggestion ever?
Not really, no. I would suspect anyone who would even begin to suggest that.
Let's stop this. You keep saying Ikutsuki doesn't matter to you, but he's all you've been talking about this whole time.
What was that, bitch? Ikutsuki was a worthless ass who did whatever he wanted to be and still ended up dead. That's all. I don't give two shits about someone like him.
That's not true, Shokun. You're only running from your problems. You shouldn't turn away from your true self. Shokun, come back with us. None of us hold any of this against you. Didn't you see what happened before? I'm a machine and I hurt everyone, but they still accept me. You're just like me. If you have somewhere you can go back to, then you don't have to do this.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Shut the hell up, goddammit!
His flustered rant suddenly breaks off. The X-shaped scar on the X-shaped scar behind his red bangs is glowing in a dull reddish white. I already know what this means.
That's enough. How far must you go in attempting to ruin this plan?
You're Minazuki, huh?
Unfortunately, the borrowed power has been exhausted. From here on, I have to deal with you myself.
An emotionless, icy glare pierces us. Minazuki, the one who awakened within Shokun, and, to use his own words, the one who grants his wishes.
It's him again. Are we really sure that he doesn't have split personalities?
I concentrate carefully on his presence. This isn't a new facet of the same person. This is a completely different presence than before. The reaction from my plume of dusk is even stronger now. I can see it clearly. Shokun has a plume of dusk within his body.
Minazuki-kun, what I said goes for you too. You're the same as me. What you are is the plume of dusk itself.
That's right. Ikutsuki had a plume of dusk implanted in this boy during his experiments, resulting in my birth.
I knew it.
However, I still have no love for that man. After all, he tried to have me erased.
Erase you?
Yes. Ikutsuki was nothing more than a threat, who was using this boy only to throw him away later. But this boy was something different. He suggested that we try to act exactly like Ikutsuki. He created fake Ikutskis. He even went so far as to gain access to the Kirijo servers, to try to gain more information about Ikutsuki.
Then, you were the hacker Kikuno-san told us about.
But Ikutsuki, the only other person this boy knew, had already died by the time the boy awoke from his coma. All that was left to him was the truth. That man had tossed him aside like a piece of trash.
Seriously?
Since then, the boy did everything on his own. He had no help, met rejection at every turn. There was nowhere to go, and no one to turn to. You all believe that everyone is surrounded by other people just like you. But that in itself is only the beginning of this world's failures. The world holds no worth for this boy. Sho Minazuki was thrown into this world all alone, and he wished that everything besides himself would disappear. Then all I must do is grant him that wish.
Maybe it's ironic for someone like me to say this, but Minazuki-kun's voice sounds like a machine, completely emotionless. Perhaps, even though he was a person created by the Plume of Dusk, he may have been trying to save Shokun in his own way, but even if that was the case...
No, that's not what Shokun really wishes for. What you're doing won't save him. Even if you don't know how, or if you end up hurting others, human interaction can change people.
Labris.
Silence, puppet. What would a thing like you know of this boy?
That's right, I ain't human. But neither are you. You're just using his body while you try to destroy the world. You don't care what he feels at all. I ain't like you. No matter how much it hurts, or how much suffering it causes, I love this world.
Also, that wind is pretty loud.
Wow, well said. Great job, Labrys.
That's an awesome looking pic. Sorry, whenever I take a drink, I need to, like, shift the mask.
Right. What he's saying just sounds like he's running from his problems.
It doesn't matter if you're fully human or not. We're all standing here because of how we clashed with others and gained acceptance.
Very well. There is nothing more to say to you. Persona, you have gone too far. Sit in shame of your own ignorance as you await the moment of your destruction.
Minazaki-kun slowly draws his two swords, while he stares at us with unblinking murderous intent. The persona behind him also readies for battle.
We'll save Shoku. And to do that, we'll defeat you.
I gotta. If we would win any other important battles, I would have gone with other non-important battles, I would have gone with other characters. But
Finally.
wow, not a good look, Minazaki. And again, I am playing this game on normal. The persona wearing the golden mask disappears, as if melting into the air. But the defeated master of the persona doesn't appear to be as wounded as he should be. He looks up into the sky with a somewhat absent-minded expression.
I've lost. The vessel will still be completed. You will not stop the creation of this boy's world.
He must have taken in an immense amount of damage. No normal person should be able to even move after taking a beating like that. And yet Minazaki-kun is trying to stand up. A certain thought crosses my mind. The will to stand and fight for someone else, no matter how wounded you may be. How Yukari-san and the others rushed to Inaba with me to rescue Mitsuru's team when they have been captured. How Yukon and his friends are fighting to protect this town. Minazaki-kun's reasons for fighting is no different from ours.
Minazaki-kun, so you do understand.
Another word out. I won't let anyone get in the way.
I will thank you to be respectful. The reaction from the plume of dusk had been fading, but suddenly it grows fierce and powerful, making the air around him tremble. He's still...
Tsukiyomi!
Whoa! Look out! You guys!
His persona appears and sweeps the area around him, causing debris to rain down upon us.
isn't good!
Lapras!
The instant Minazaki-kun disappears above us, another quake hits. This one is so severe that we can barely stay standing. Every surface begins to undulate like a living being, and large cracks run through the floor. One crack spreads into an actual crevice, separating me from the others. From behind our feet, lost from view in the fog, gathered around the tower, something dark is rushing towards us with a deafening roar.
Is that a horde of shadows? Koromaru!
On the opposite side of the cleft from me, Ken-kun and Koromaru-san summon their personas and fight the horde of shadows. Yukari-san and Junpei-san follow suit. It's an insane number of shadows. The horde of shadows crawls up towards us, making the tower's outer wall appear to be a swirling black mass. Soon, Yukari-san and the others will be...
Lapras, go!
Huh? Don't look back, there's no time!
Go! We know what it's like to have to say goodbye. But you'd better come back to us.
That's right. I want to save him, just like everyone saved me. And if I don't go after him this instant, I'll never get another chance. A set of stairs leading up into the red fog is ahead of me. I can pursue him now.
Thank you! I will protect this world!
And I'll do it for the sake of everyone else, no matter what. I charge up the long winding stairs, up so far that I feel as if these stairs will continue all the way up to the moon itself. What is waiting for me at the top? Oh, my mask is pressing my nose, so there is a little irritation to be had. Yeah, we're still quite a way. Everyone's wish. The higher I climb, the thicker the red fog seems to get. The sound of battle below me fades away. The sound of battle below me fades away as I go further and further up. Suddenly, a deep blue shape appears in my red-tinged vision. I stop.
Oh my! It seems we meet again, Lapras.
Hey, Theo.
You're Theodore, right? Still looking for your sister? I don't think she's around here, though.
No, I have stopped looking for her. Even had I found her, what I wish to know can no longer be learned from her. What I yearn for is something that I must discern for myself. You all have taught me that.
Huh. I guess you've changed a little too, Theodore?
Do I seem so? Watching you has broadened my spectrum a bit. No, a great deal.
Yeah. I figured something out during all this fighting, too.
Oh? May I ask what that is?
Oh, sure. It ain't anything mind-blowing, though. I just felt that the bonds you form with people get passed along and only keep spreading.
I see. That is intriguing.
Yukon and the others got hurt trying to save me. I want to save Shokun, even if it hurts me. We all keep butting heads over and over. But the banner of friendship ain't just for show. It's what lets you go against someone while still trusting in them.
My, how surprising. Your expression is completely different from the last time I met you.
You think so? I can't tell for myself.
There's no doubt. You've likely grown during these events. That must be it.
Grown.
I'm a machine. I have a cold metallic body, and it'll be an eternity before that changes. But if Theodore says that I've grown, then he must be talking about my heart. The warm memories that everyone has given me. It's not just some data that was inserted into my memory. It's ingrained in me, somewhere much deeper than myself.
While I watched you, I was thinking to myself as well. What is the reason you fight? What supports you? And what do you wish to protect through these battles? I have a feeling that I'm coming close to reaching the answer, even if I only have a faint idea for now.
Huh?
Doing something for someone else. All of you gathered here are connected by that common thread of emotion. You call them bonds, and those bonds guide you towards what you wish for.
Our wishes.
And my sister must have left that room with a wish, just like you. That is how I understand it.
He's right. Theodore's words illuminate my own inner feelings. What we yearn for, what we believe in, that's what we wish to show Shokun. And they're all our own wishes. How we think about someone and do things for those people. It's because we wish for that person to be better, for the whole world to shine just a little brighter. And now I'm wishing that Shokun can learn how wonderful this world truly is.
Thanks, Theodore. You're awesome.
Huh? I'm awesome? Is that so? It does have a nice ring to it, though. Oh, I shouldn't be keeping you here. You're going to go fulfill your wish, no? Please, proceed.
Thanks, Theodore.
I wish you luck.
With those final words, Theodore disappears, melting into the fog. The powerful enemy waiting for me up ahead may swallow me whole, but I won't lose. I have the wishes of everyone supporting me. I'm sure those wishes will reach Shokun's heart as well. I thank Theodore for boosting my spirits as I pick up the pace and climb the stairs with a clearer head.
There it goes again.
Another quake rocks the tower, and I have to crouch down to keep from staggering. It feels like these quakes are growing more and more frequent, even as the shaking itself grows stronger and stronger. There's no doubt that an indescribably powerful force is getting closer and closer.
Lapras! Can you hear me?
Focus-on! These tremors are crazy! Are you all okay?
Tons of shadows are pouring out and... Don't worry, I'm with the others.
It seems Fukusan's group had been trying to catch up with us after Yukon and the others recovered enough to move on. While they were about halfway up the tower, a ton of shadows suddenly began to attack them. And right now, they're preventing those shadows from coming up through the tower towards us.
Hey, I got in contact with Kikuno-san earlier. There's something I need to tell you. We discovered the password to the file that I gave you before. It's King of the Fall.
The files on the memory card that Kikuno-san had given me before I left the helicopter. I forgot all about them during the fierce battles that I've been in up till now. Those files might contain clues that led to bringing this case to an end. That lead to bringing this case to an end.
Fukusan. I'll give it a try.
She told me that Mitsuru-senpai figured it out. We're counting on you, Lapras.
After Mitsuru-san and the others are rescued, the rest of the after Mitsuru-san and the others rescued the rest of Inaba persona of the Inaba persona users at Junes, they strived to make it back to the tower in order to intercept the shadows flooding the town and converging on this place. With a sigh of relief over hearing that everyone is safe, I find the protected file and try to use the password Fukusan gave me. Password accepted. Opening file.
This...
I instantly have access to the full contents of the data. The locked file seems to be details of Shuji Akusuki's personal experiments. The dates are marked as taking place in 1999, and the test subject's name is Sho Minazuki.
A strong reading is getting close. Labyrinth, be careful.
I continue reviewing the data while Fukusan cautions me and prepares for another fight. The stairs eventually come to an end. A bizarre sight, quite different from anything I'd seen until now, leaps into view.
What is this place?
It's blaze blue. The strong wind blowing in here keeps the fog from becoming too thick. This wide space is made of what appears to be red marble, and vibrant and green patterns run through it like blood vessels. Pillars that appear to be stylized flame stand around us. Pillars that appear to be stylized flame stand around us, casting eerie shadows onto the lustrous floor. Floating near the center of a crystalline object that appears to be slightly taller than I am, it emits a bluish-green light. On closer inspection, I see the gold particles clinging to the rotating object. Are those persona fragments from our past fights? As I walk step by step across the hard red floor, I approach the young man standing by the crystal. At his heel is a man in a suit. Who could that be? Beginning facial scan. Searching records. Result found. Toru Dachi, the man who was arrested last year as the proprietor of the case that Yukon and his friends solved. What could he possibly be doing here?
Goddamn robot. Damn you for coming all this way. This son of a bitch betrayed me too. All of you are completely useless. And I can't even get an answer from him either.
I don't know what happened before I got here, but Shokun seems furious. He placed a foot on Adachi-san's body and leans heavily on it. Adachi-san groans faintly. It looks like he's alive, but unconscious.
Scrap for brains. What happened to him? Where the hell's Minazuki?
I don't know. He fought us and...
Huh? You guys did something to him? Bullshit, that's impossible! He's strong. As strong as me. And there's no way in hell that he'd lose to some goddamn pest like you!
Shokun, there's something I want you to hear. It's... about your father.
Shokun is currently very unstable, much like when I met him earlier, which makes it the perfect time to talk about the man he hates so much. Averting his gaze is from the truth and trying to forget everything about himself. How he is right now is how I used to be just a short while ago, before I met Yukon and Mitsuru-san. I was able to overcome it thanks to everyone, but Shokun is cowering just like I was. And knowing that the truth, Fukusan entrusted me with may hurt him more makes my heart ache.
Shuji Akutsuki, your father, embedded a plume of dusk into your body for his own research. But because the persona ability didn't awaken in you. You entered a vegetative state.
Hmm.
And then Akutsuki threw you away. Is that right?
Just when I was wondering what shit you were gonna spew after coming all this way. Did you come to rub salt in my wounds, you goddamn bastard? Yeah, that's right. That piece of shit tossed me aside. He was the only one. The only one in my world, and he did that to me. I already know that he was a goddamn bastard, so what? It doesn't matter. He was all that I had in the world.
Shokun.
This world's so fun, isn't it? Full of shitty bastards always pressing in on you. It's so awesome. I'd rather be alone forever than spend another second having to deal with another dipshit ever again. So you can all just disappear.
That ain't true. You don't really want to be alone at all.
Huh? You broken piece of junk. Have you finally lost it for good?
Watch your mouth. I'm good with this character. Hey, Marco, welcome to the stream. How was your day? If I sound different, I'm wearing a mask right now because I'm trying to see if I can use it as a mask to control my voice volume. Yeah, he's had a bit of a rough life.
I won't be totally alone. I'll be beside myself, laughing at how stupid you are.
You've got issues to work through.
Huh?
They actually show the micro stick. Play the game of Warhammer 40k, kill team. Cool.
It's a micro memory card. Your father, Shuji Kutsuki, recorded the experiments he did to you on it. Listen to this, from a report on Project Puppet Master.
Cool.
Subject name, Sho Minazuki. Soon after beginning his training, his abilities have reached what one would call an astounding level. Muscle strength, agility. Physically, he surpasses normal specimens. Special mention must be made of his abnormally aggressive nature. For example, in combat training, Sho will attempt to utterly destroy his opponent until we force him to stop. The depth of his fury is unfathomable, but having no rational or mental breaks based on his rationality makes him an ideal weapon. Psychological analysis suggests that Sho is attempting to gain a connection to others by hurting them, as a result of our teachings. If he continues to grow, he'll be extremely valuable to our research. Luckily, the boy seems to adore me as a father figure. That will be useful.
Jesus.
You see? The reason you're hurting everyone is because you want a connection with them. It's because of the experiments he did on you, and because you weren't taught any other way to connect with people. That's incredibly sad.
Is that all you have to say?
Shokun!
Yeah, he's right. So what? What do you want me to do? If I really want a connection with the world, and destroying it is the only way I know how, then what's wrong with me trying to destroy everything? The same goes for you, you piece of trash. You want a connection with me? You want a bond with me? Then I'll shred you to pieces!
We're throwing a little tantrum now, aren't we? Shokun draws his two swords, almost spitting with rage. His eyes are clouded with madness and malevolence. His stare itself feels like blades piercing into me. Whenever Shokun got this worked up before, the other person would step in, but it doesn't happen now. As Shokun draws closer, the plume of dusk within me stirs a little. I whisper back to it, feeling the presence inside.
It's okay. Thanks for leaving this to me. Shokun, if you don't know any other way, then I'll go head-to-head with you your way. And then, I'll make sure you hear me out.
I got a big axe. I'll be sure to hit you with the flat side.